Hello, this is not a spring chicken. You know, you can, I mean, pull them kicking and screaming. Oh no, we're not talking about your kids. We're talking about Ronald McDonald. Oh, and don't worry, Jack in the Box will be next, because right now, Obama and I would presume the White House, but probably Obama, does not think Ronald McDonald should exist anymore because they're unduly influencing your kids to eat unhealthy foods. Now, I can't remember the last time I saw a commercial with Ronald McDonald, but since he's the figurehead, well, for now, we're going to bring Oldecam on with comments on the headlines of today. You know what happens if you're taller, you might tell the camera angle. Yeah. And Obama has no plans to serve more than 8 years as president, even if he is needed.
I know, that's the scary part. Hillary Clinton said she talked to the president, and he has no plans at this moment to serve more than 8 years. Which means I told people he wasn't going to leave office unless you got him out of there, because when the Clintons are talking about no plans to serve more than 8 years, that's scary.
I know. And Supreme Court negates the need for a search warrant section of the Constitution. I
know. They voted 8-1 that if an officer thinks that something is going on in a building, the officer can bust into the home. But basically what's going to happen, I heard that last night, the governor from the state of Texas, well, we're just simply going to, remember in Texas you can carry firearms legally.
Yeah.
If one of our officers breaks into somebody's home without a search warrant, he's going to learn that that's not a very intelligent thing to do, because we tend to free people that shoot people to break into people's homes in Texas. Which means there's going to be a lot of dead police officers in this nation. Well, the trick was they broke into the wrong apartment. They broke into the wrong apartment. The guy basically filed legal action against them. And they were in the wrong apartment, basically tore his apartment up looking for drugs, found some marijuana, and then arrested him. But it was for another building entirely. They were in the wrong place, wrong color, wrong everything, but they knew that they were right, and the Supreme Court, Ruth Bader Ginsburg said that this just opens the can. She said she feels sorry for all the dead police officers that are going to happen in this nation, and the juries will find the people innocent if the officers don't kill them. They'll all be found innocent, because when the Supreme Court overturns the illegal search and seizure thing, you can't seize something in an apartment without a warrant.
I know, and they'd be going through the whole place. Yep. I mean,
if they just think that something happened.
I know. Well, you know, part of it is it's not like something like there's a shooting, so they break in because they hear gunfire. No, it's just like, oh, that's probably the place where.
If they think that something is going on in any place, they can basically bust in and search the place now.
Your house isn't safe.
That's right.
And jailed IMF chief is on suicide watch.
Bullshit. I mean, that's a real big one. Basically, the French are demanding he be turned over.
I bet they are.
Sarkozy is under massive pressure. Today, the Obama administration, through Geithner, is demanding that he be fired immediately. You know why? Because he's got diplomatic immunity to begin with and should not be in a jail cell. They violated basically, the French are thinking about seizing Americans in France now. And they said that, well, you have to understand, we have a lot of high-profile people in France for the film festival at the moment.
They do.
Yeah, and they just simply, I heard one of the French diplomats said, he said, I'm almost certain that we can find somebody that's been raped by Brad Pitt or Johnny Depp. Said it won't be much of a problem.
Yeah.
So that the White House is very unhappy with this attitude that the French are getting.
Well, okay, of course.
Okay, the woman has already came forth.
Yeah, what'd you say?
Well, no, that doesn't happen in rape cases. The woman has already come forth to tell people that she didn't, she didn't realize this, she didn't realize that. She didn't know he was very important. Yeah. But they don't come forth to identify themselves in public. Yeah, I mean, it's a setup. The French know it's a setup. Sarkozy probably is going to get thrown out of office because of his and Obama's, playing around with an election.
And I know, usually you hear about them playing around in the elections, but it's usually like in a foreign country where it's not really a democratic election in the first place.
Well, I know, but here's one of the people in France said there at the Cannes Film Festival. This man that would be a servant in our country is going to find out we play politics far harder than they play it in Chicago. Yeah. They've
Yeah.
been doing it for a lot longer.
Yeah, and I'm just kind of curious what is going on with, oh, yeah, the attitude at the Cannes Film Festival.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be an American there.
Yeah.
Of course, I did hear somebody to say that they wanted ex-military people to be there for protection. Maybe now I know why.
Oh, maybe they knew something was coming up.
They knew something was coming up.
Zurich voters keep suicide tourism alive?
Oh yeah, you can come to Switzerland and commit suicide now. You know,
Suicide tourism?
You can, with the doctor's assisted suicide, is legal in Switzerland now. So.
And under pressure to quit.
That's they said basically the only pressure this man has to quit is from the United States. Because they don't first of all, they know that a guy that was getting ready to be the next president of France is not going to go attack somebody. Mm-hmm. No matter what, he is not going to go attack somebody. You know, the press can have a field day saying, well, he's got a reputation. You don't, when you're running for president of a country, go jump on somebody the month before the elections start. Mm-hmm. You do it after you become president.
And, yeah.
That's right.
I mean, duh.
All of the leaders do it after they become presidents or premiers.
And India court orders 2-month ban on pesticide in study.
Well, yeah, they basically got a problem with bugs in India, so they've gone to stop the use of pesticide for 2 months to see if the killing the bugs is causing a problem with the ecosystem. Which means by the time they get done, the bugs will have developed a resistance to the pesticide that they were using, and it will be useless. It's how environmentalists work, folks.
And men charged with smuggling aircraft parts from U.S. to Iran.
Yeah, they know. I mean, you can't hide things like that. I mean, you know, whole parts of engines are being shipped over in crates, and nobody notices.
And London plans floating walkway on River Thames.
I don't. Okay, it floods.
That's kind of cool, though, floating walkway?
Yeah, but it's sort of ridiculous. I mean, basically, if you got a floating walkway, you can't put boats up there.
Ah.
Yeah, this means they stop all the people. You know, people live along the Thames River in their houseboats, and you put a floating walkway there, you can't live there anymore.
Oh.
And it does flood, which means the walkways are going to be setting in people's property.
Former French First Lady Sarkozy baby news is wonderful.
Yeah, like the guy's ex-wife has said, it's wonderful that her ex-husband is going to have a kid. Yeah, you know.
Well, maybe they were on good speaking terms.
No, they were not on good speaking terms because he dumped her for the hotter, younger person.
Oh.
Yeah.
Want high quality news? Pay for it.
Yeah, because you know there is, okay, which means if you want news that's your political persuasion, you can pay for it now. But all you got to do if you're left, you just go to CNN or MSNBC or ABC or CBS. You don't have to pay for that stuff.
Oh yeah, actually any network.
That's right. You know, it's all free to get the news that you want to hear.
And Winklevoss is try to take Facebook case to Supreme Court.
Oh yeah, they were given $68 million in a judgment, you know, and they said no, they want tens of billions of dollars. No, what happened was the $68 billion was thrown out by the higher court, saying that they have no legal agreement, period. They lent the guy money, he gave him back the money, and therefore that's all that's required. You know, $2,000 to help pay power bills.
Ooh.
Yeah.
An Obama speech. She must consult Congress on strategy toward Arab Spring.
Yeah, they've told this man you cannot conduct dialogue with these countries when it comes to treaties without the United States Congress being involved in it. He's preparing a speech to the Muslim world where he's going to surrender our military forces in the field to the Muslim Empire. Mm-hmm. They know that that's coming.
And court precedent may lead to release of bin Laden photos. Yeah,
because he basically, there's called the Sunshine Act. The instant he showed them to members of Congress, he had to show them to everybody.
Oh.
You can't, because there's not, Obama has let the people know who the people were. He's also let it know, we were using secret aircraft, which they now have basically dumped off everybody in the world, and he let everybody know who's involved in it. So. And they all took home pictures too, so.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
And a Monty Bubbleism from the Mark Twain of the Animal Kingdom.
Okay, and they said, I'm old enough to remember the day when actually our Constitution actually meant something.
Oh.